Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for the musical stylings of Big Memphis. Yo, everybody. Big Memphis here to dropping some decks, dropping some rhymes, doing some crimes. It's time to shake things up a notch in here. Memphis, you're not a rapper. Don't ruin my dreams, Alter. Anyway, everybody, hello, everybody on the YouTube. It's your boy, the Memphis X. All right, welcoming you back to the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where every day for 100 days we're dealing with a different deck every single day. Today is day number 50. We're officially halfway done with this final season of 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a big day, and we have a big deck for it. We're taking a look at the Solfachords. It's a pendulum archetype we've taken a look at one time in the past. And so we're taking it out for a fresh look. We're just going to be dropping the beats, summoning out our Solfachord pendulum monsters, doing their whole shenanigans. We also have a little bit of Zarc on the side because it just happens to be a tech that we used last time. But this time it's a little more consistent. So we're going to be showing off this deck here today, showing off the wombos and the combos, going to be doing the what do's and the what not do's. We'll have ourselves a good old time. Big shout out to Mr. JRPG King who wanted us to take a look at Solfachords once more. And by God, that's what exactly we're going to do. So, also want to big shout out to everybody on the channel, since we're halfway through, because we just hit 899 subscribers. I was hoping to get to 900, but you know what? That's cool too. You know, maybe we'll get to 900 by the end of the episode. Who knows? But regardless, thank you guys very much for all the continued support on this channel, and we'll keep it going. You know, we need 101 more subs in the next 50 days. Can we do it? I think we can. Just gotta hit the right notes. So, let's go ahead in today's episode. Let's show off this deck, show off the wombos and them combos. Have ourselves a good old time as always. Deck profiles at the end. Don't forget to hit up all the nice buttons below. Tap them out, and let's get started. Alright, everybody, it's time for the first opponent of the day in another card game. We want to go first with this deck, drop our beats, and then go from there. So let's see what we got for an opening hand. Not bad. I mean, I've got my pendulum scales setting up. And I also got my Foolish Burial. Very important here. We want to be sending our boy Darkworm to the graveyard, because he's going to let me start up all the things. So we're going to go ahead and do all that sort of thing. We saw this with the Zarc deck the other day, but he still works just as well in this deck, because it just lets me get a 0 scale on the board. And that's always good when you got like level 1s you like to special summon. So let's go ahead and, this will work just as fine. You know, I'm like, what scales do I want? What scales do I need? But I can get all the scales I want. Let's go ahead and get our gate 0. And we're going to use our Solfachord Elegance spell. So this lets me put any scale I want into the scale here. So we'll get Yugioh. She's the cutie, and she gets everything started up. So let's go ahead, pendulum summon everybody. Indeed. So we'll summon out our Gate Magician over here. We're going to summon out Yugioh right there in defense mode, and we're going to summon out Gracia right here. All three of these are going to drop some beats. This boy's going to search a trap. This little lady's going to search out a monster. And then this little lady over here will search us another trap card. You know, a lot of traps in this deck. A lot of things to interrupt my opponent's flow. That's the thing about Solfachord. We're about dropping the beats and messing up the opponent's flow. Let's see. I could summon out Kulia. That would be nice. So why not? Let's get Kulia here. And then we're going to get our Gate Magician. Going to get me my Soul, the Supreme King. I can drop a Zarc on my opponent and just annihilate everything they like. I just need to double check my monster's effects. I don't think it really matters who I'm tributing off here. So let's go ahead and say goodbye to Darkworm and Yugioh. Bring out good old Kulia. There you go. She's Kulia. That's what she be. So let's go ahead and set all of our trap cards, and with any luck, we don't get hit with Harpy's Feather Duster, because that nonsense isn't going to fly here. No siree. So we got ourselves a really nice opening board right here. I got even and odd scales, so my little trap here, the Musica, Lets me pop my opponent's stuff. I got Calm Pulse, so that way I can bounce things. I'm pretty set. I also have Coolia, which is like once per turn. My opponent uses a monster effect. I can destroy that monster on the board. And this is Super Heavy Samurais. Super Heavy Samurais are all monsters. There's all in the monsters. Look at this guy riding his little pink bicycle. Look at this thing. It's ridiculous looking. Alright, so now my opponent's got the scales. Indeed you do. So that's not gonna fly like I said. So let's go ahead and let's pop your monster. Just to show this guy we mean business, I'm gonna pop the scales. He can bring back his little bicycle all he wants. That ain't gonna save him. He gets his little motorcycle on the board. What's this do? It just changes its level. That's not gonna help you too much now, is it? I've stopped your little scales, and I can still interrupt you so many times. Now, this is like the epic rap battle. You know, my opponent's gonna be trying to drop their beats, but I'm not gonna be letting him drop too many beats. So what is this doing now? Let's see. This no spells. Okay. That's fine. Bring out more monsters. You know what? The more monsters you summon out, the better for me. I'm actually fine with that. So yeah, you'll get your little wagon. Ride your little wagon in your little pink bicycle. You're gonna have to have this bicycle pull this wagon in a minute, because that's all you're gonna have. So let's go ahead and compulse. Yes, I will compulse your little wed wagon. That's right. That way your little soul piercer will get sent to the graveyard, but not from the field. What say ye to that? So let's see. Let's see. No spell. Place a Super Heavy Samurai Pendulum Scale from the deck. Blah, blah, blah. Summon this card. Okay. Alright. Okay, go ahead. Do that. That's fine by me. So. What does this do? Add a soul card. And then this is like... Let's see. This card uses synchro material. I just remember. Wait, this is two tuners. Never mind. I was about to say if he makes Shooting Doji, but he can't do Shooting Doji just yet. But once he can, we're dropping Zarc on him. I don't want him to pop my scales. That would be no fun. Alright, so now you're gonna get another Soul Piercer? Really? Same old broken record, just gonna do that thing again? Oh, I see. Running out of ideas, are you? Running out of steam, little Super Heavy Samurais. Let's see how we're gonna be. You just gonna try that? But we're all set. You know, this is what Solfachords like to do. What is this doing? Let's see. Summoning out another monster from the deck. Okay, the minute he does, we drop the soul on him. We're gonna wipe his board out. So if I keep nuking this dude's board, eventually he's gonna run out of stuff. Let's put it that way. He will eventually run out of fangs. Who are you summoning? Let's see it. Come on. Come on. You get to summon one monster. Is it going to be a good one? Who knows? I imagine it's going to be another wagon. Little wed wagon. Oh, whoa. It's the wagon again. Soul the Supreme King, baby. Don't got to worry about no back row removal thing. So let's get rid of Odd Eyes Boy, Synchro Boy, Ixies Boy, and Fusion Boy. That way I can just drop a Zarc on this fool and wipe everything out. That's what the Solfachord's all about. They dropping the music track. Okay, what is this? Trumpeter. Okay. He ain't done just yet. Well, he about to be. I've activated my Musica. Even in odd scales, so I get to destroy his trumpet. It's evil, but it's the music of destruction, and I love it. So, there is the perfect demonstration of what this deck is about. We're all about dropping them discordant tones and messing up my opponent's flow. Our flow goes all in. My opponent's flow goes on the flow. So that's what the deck's about. So let's go for duel number 2. Show more what this deck can do. And hit my opponent with some musical rhymes. Alright, everybody in the house. It's time for the second opponent. Another day, another card game. I need to calm down. I'm not a rapper. I'm going to keep pretending that I am. Okay. So what do we have for an opening hand? It's an interesting assortment of things. We're up against Trickstars, which... Given the hand I have, I'm okay if he incarnates me a time or two. But yeah, it's just going to be Trickstars doing their usual shenanigans. Alright. Okay, so let's see how many times he's gonna hit me with the burn. Okay. Secret barrel. Mm-hmm. One reincarnate. Uh-huh. Where's the second one? There's the second one. Is that the third one? Nope. Did I lose anything important? Not yet. Okay, I can work with that. I can work with that just fine. That's nothing. Nothing. It's nothing. Okay. Because I have literally everything I want. Literally everything I could ever hope for is in my hand. I'm just trying to think of which way I want this to go. See, set that before he does anything to it. Set that before he does anything to it. Get my scales on the board. Let's see. Add a Solfachord Pendulum Monster from the hand. Well, if I had a hand, I could do that. That's okay. Let's activate our Magician here. That way I can get that all set up. We'll pop off our Magician, get ourselves our Zero Gate. Unfortunately, I don't have, like, any other monsters and things. Well, that's okay. I mean, we'll go ahead and deck thin a little bit. Yeah, he'll burn me some more, but whatever. If I was gonna be afraid of 200 damage, I would have just not played games today. I would have just sat at home and done nothing. But I'm gonna go ahead and place one scale. He can't stop it all. No, sir. So let's go ahead and get cutesy. And that way I can start pendulum summoning everything. So let's bring out both of the boys. I gotta leave one on the board, but that's okay. Let's just put everything in attack mode and just like, What are the odds that's a battle trap? Let's find out. I ain't scared of nothing. You think I'm scared of a face down card? That was nothing. If that had been Blazing Mirror Force, then we can talk. But I ain't scared of Magic Cylinder. Card's too old to be making me scared of anything. I mean, yeah, he's got double reincarnate. That is true. That is true. Let's see. I need to keep at least, well, considering the board state, do I really need to do that? Not really. So what we're gonna do here, Nah, I'm just got my turn. I think that's fine. I don't need to worry about nothing else. What's the worst he can do with one Licorice and one draw? What is the actual worst? I mean, what, is he gonna have another Magic Cylinder? Maybe. He might actually have another Magic Cylinder. I should be worried about that at the very least, but that's okay. I can make it work. We're gonna zarc the shenanigans out of this guy. Then what's he gonna do? Alright, wait for the end of phase, because that's what you do. And then, boom wakachu, drop a zarc on that son. So let's go ahead. Bring out the boy. That's what we do. That's Zarc's theme song, by the way. Just nuke that board. Alright, what did he have? Call the Haunted? Really? That was what you had? That was nothing, son. You think you can scare the Solfachords with a little bit of fire? We live in the fire. That's what we do. So, good for duel number 2. My opponent tried, but it weren't nearly enough to stop what we got. So, let's go ahead for duel number 3. Maybe we'll do a duel 4. We'll see how it goes. But so far, we're doing exactly what Solfachords want to do. Pendulum summoning and bringing them out. We got to bring out the Link, though. We haven't really done anything with the Link so much. So, let's keep going. Alright, everybody, time for the third opponent. Then the final third. We're going to drop us some beats. I gotta... Oh, okay. I gotta think of something off the top of my head. Dropping off the Solfachords. Gotta do. Bubba-dubba-dubba-doo. I'm gonna drool because I can't rhyme to save my life. That's just... It's something I never learned how to do. Maybe someday. Someday. Okay. Well, enough of that talk. Let's get Cutie on the board. Let's start searching on things. I've got my self-protecting spirit. I'm all set in that respect. I mean, this way I can get, like, pretty much everything I want to get. I'll get a pendulum scale. I'll get monsters on the board. Won't be, like, the perfect board, I don't think, but it'll be pretty darn close. So let's go ahead and get ourselves our Supreme Gate a-going. Let's get ourselves the Beyond the Pendulum. We're going beyond them pendulums. That's what we're going to do. So beyond the pendulum, gonna be like getting myself another cutie. Get myself another cutie, put her on the board. Roll them up, throw them on the floor. That's what we're gonna do. Summon out both of our pendulum girls. put them on the board. I mean, QD won't use an effect again, but that's not important. What's important is because now I can search up my trap card. And let's see, I just need to leave... I don't have an odd scale is the one problem right now. Like, I got the evens, which is nice and all, but I need an odd scale to make the link work the best. Let's see here. Yeah, it has to be odd for that one to work. Let's see, add a pendulum monster. I said to the hand, a pace-up monster. I said the hand log says an even scale. The other has an odd scale. No. Let's see. There really just isn't a point to doing that at the moment. I really want to do it, but there's no real reason to. I mean, that's the thing about Kulia, the Link. She's really good if I had an odd scale, but I don't. So I really think I'm just gonna, like, set things for now. We'll see where this is gonna go. I mean, I have a little interruption on my opponent. I got my scales set up, so really it's just gonna depend on what we're up against, what sort of heat we're gonna have to deal with here. That's going to be the important bit. What is my opponent going to do? Set some cards? I see. Set some cards. You ain't going to make your yards. Let's see. That doesn't tell me much other than this might be Mech Knights. But what are the odds of that? What are the odds of this being Mech Knights of anything? I mean, sure, I got two of my own cards in the same column, and that'd be bad if this was Mech Knights, but we'll see. You busting it down old school on me, huh? Oh, Power Bond. So this is Cyber Dragons, probably. I'm just going off on a limb here and saying this is Cyber Dragons. I could be definitely wrong, but how many other decks play Power Bond? Not many. It's either Cyber Ducks, Cyber Dragons, or it's Viacroids and he's trying to summon out, what's his name? Dual Psychroid. No. Now, this boy is bringing out the Cyber Twin Dragon. This thing attacks twice a turn, and it's huge. It's both attacking twice, and it's huge, which is pretty good. If it weren't for me dropping it down even older school style, that might have actually worked. Alright, let's drop the beats. Let's bring out the Compulse to the hand. You think you're going to remove my ladies from the board? Heck no. You're going to have to put in some effort you want to do that, son. You're going to have to put in some effort. Alright, so now the question is, what on earth is this? Because if this is Cyber Dragons, and that was the best he could do, what is this? Because I don't remember. I'm old school cool about this game. I've been playing this game since before this game was cool. I think I remember Cyber Dragons. I don't remember them having anything they want set. Unless this is hers. Could be hers. That's like the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing that makes any remote sense. Because if this was Corey, would have summoned it. So, it has to be hers. His and hers, some might say. Alright, let's see. I would like to Pendulum Summon more. Thank you. Let me think about this. Actually, we're going to Pendulum Summon with everybody here. That way I can just summon all the ladies back out. Gotta use your big brain think right there. So yeah, Exceed the Pendulum's going to do her thing. And we're going to get back our face-up Pendulum Monster to our hand, which don't affect me that much, but, you know, my opponent has to negate it or not. We'll see if he's got the balls to do it. We'll see. Mystic Space Typhoon! No! No, my 0 scale! Alright, Ooh, okay, I can make that work. This is not a problem. This ain't never a problem. Alright, let's get Cutia back. You know, it's a good thing that I made that, because I do get another, you know, use out of Cutia. So let's go ahead and bring out Cutie Woody. Have her kick some booty. Yeah. That'll work. So, what's my other 1 scale? I don't really necessarily need the 1 scale, do I? I can just get, like, the 7 scale. Or not the 7 scale, I need the 2. Let's see. I do want a low scale. Let's see. I want the 3. Where's the 3? 3, 3, 3, 3. There you are. Angelia. I need my girl Angie up in here. He's just gonna give me the odd scale. That way I can start popping my opponent's cards. Very good, very good. Let's go ahead and special summon our... let's bring out the 0 gate. 0 is gonna be the hero here. He's gonna be on the board. He's gonna start messing my opponent up. And since I've summoned out my good girl Gracia, I'm gonna go ahead and get myself my field spell. You know? I could go ahead and do things with that, too. Let's see. Solfachord pendulum cards, 3 different even or at least 3 odd scales. I don't think I can pop your monster, but I'm gonna attempt to. No. It takes a lot for this to destroy stuff. But I can, like, make my scale bigger, which is cool. That's really cool. So, yeah, what does Zero Gate even do on the field? Target face-up card control, destroy both it and this card, summon a Dragon Fusion. Attack is 0, defects negated, can't be used as Synchro or Xyz material. No. Just no. I'm not gonna do that. I could, but no. No, that would be ridiculous. I'm not doing that. So that was... Why did you set core? What were you doing? Why would you set this? That's ridiculous. I should have gone for more damage if I knew you were going to play some silly things like that. Why would you set core? That makes no sense. Zero Gate, teach him a lesson. Teach him a lesson. Zero Gate just goes over and glares at him. That's all he needs to do. He don't need to say a word. He doesn't even need to say a word about that. All right. Well, now that that's all settled, you know what? If my opponent's going to be doing Siliphangs, let's go ahead and, yeah, let's bring out our boss monster, good old Kulia. Because now I have a reason to bring her out onto the board. I got an odd scale on my board. We're all set. There is nothing this guy can throw at me right now. Because he was foolish enough to use Core. I mean, yeah, he can banish it to bring out a Cyber Dragon. Big whoop. Big whoop. It's a little too late for that, son. It's a little too late for that. I still don't know why he didn't summon this. That just does not make any sense to me. Unless he's only playing 2 Cyber Dragons, which doesn't make any sense because he just banished that, so he has 3 of them. It just doesn't make any sense. What on earth was he trying to do here? I don't get it. Now, the only thing I'm worried about, I'm not going to say because he's probably going to do it, but yeah, he could have summoned this and gotten himself another card. I just don't get it. It doesn't make, I mean, yeah, I had a whole bunch of monsters, but still. What are you doing? What is this? What is... Are you trying to disrespect me or something? I think I'm being disrespected right now. Like, low-key, actually, I'm being disrespected. This guy over here, he's doing Cyber Dragons with big old quotation marks, because nothing he's doing making any sense. Alright, well, let's calm down a little bit and see what else I can do here. Let's go ahead and activate our Musica. We'll use our even odd scale. I'm just going to pop whatever this face is. I swear this is another core. Okay, this time it was Cyber Dark Chimera. Okay. Okay, that one actually makes sense to set. That one actually makes sense. Okay. Calming down now, because now my opponent's being a little less ridiculous. So let's go ahead and bring out good old Kulia. We got Kulia and her sister, Kulia. They're a bunch of cool little ladies. And let's go ahead and start beating into our opponent. And yeah, that's going to be game anyway. I feel criminally insulted. I put an effort to make a nice board for my opponent. And this guy comes in here, disrespects me, and he plays the worst way of Cyber Dragon. You know, you normal summon this guy. I don't care if your opponent has a board. You summon the core so you get the searches. I don't know what he was thinking. So, let's go ahead. You know, it's okay if today's a long day. Let's go for one more duel, boys. One more duel. We barely scratched the surface. Let's keep going. Alright, everybody. It's time for the 4th opponent of the day. The last chance for Ramen. And I did write a quick thing, which I won't promise this will be any good, so cover your ears if you don't want it to be ruined or anything. But I did a quick little rhymey something for Solfachords. Ready? Solfachords, opponents to be reeling because we flying on the flow. Gears to be changing, we got power in our words. Needs to be shaking, to be quick, and start coming for you, cuz. Solfachords, you got nothing to stand because we pulling out the rug. If you want to do a combo, you ain't gonna in my yard. Beats me thumping in my blood, me gals, they already won. Yeah. Because so far today, the Solfachords have been doing just fine. And I am appreciative of that. So, let's see here. Yeah, let's just do our usual thing for the moment. I have a good sort of opening hand. I mean, I've got my Gate Magician. I got my Zero Gate. I got my Harmonia, which is like my field spell to change my scales and things. So it's something. It's not like perfect by any means, but it's at least enough to get us started. So we'll see where this is going to go. We'll activate our Harmonia. I can increase my monster's scales. Basically just turns them all to 9s. Basically what that's gonna do. There's not much else it does do, but it's a start. So let's just bring out both of our magicians. And I would have loved to have had like one Yugioh. That would have really freed up this hand here, but it's a start. So let's get our Gate Magician to go off, hopefully. If it doesn't, I have a backup plan. I have a backup plan. Who says I don't? Who says I don't? Because I can still make, like, Beyond the Pendulum and stuff if I need to. Alright. So, that'll work just fine for me. What are you going to do? Troll Lockbird on me? Literally won't affect me at all, because it will not affect me at all. And yes, I can, in fact, predict the future. I play this game enough. I think if I couldn't predict the future by now, I might as well stop playing, because if you can't predict the future at this point, what are you doing? Alright, so what can my opponent do? We still don't know what they're playing, because they went first and did a whole lot of nothing. So, yeah, this is in fact a Dragon Ruler deck. Cool. Cool. That is pretty cool. I do like me some Dragon Rulers. Although I'm really concerned that you did nothing first turn. Maybe you just bricked really, really, really hard. But that's not my problem. That's really not my problem if you brick that hard, son. You know, Dragon Rulers are not that complicated a deck. You're the one making your deck too complicated. Alright, so now you're going to bring out Redox. Big brother Redox. He's big. He also looks like that one dude from Monster Hunter. What was this called? Not Diabolos. Although he kind of looks like Diabolos, but the, oh, I forget its name. The T-Rex looking one in the desert with like a big armored head. He looks like that one. Dora, are you an explorer? Because you're about to be exploring the graveyard in a minute. Let's see. So this is going to add a monster. Fire Dragon. Activate the top card of a deck. It's a Fire Dragon. Interesting choice. Oh, this is 10 pies. Oh. The fact that you wanted to go first makes even less sense now. Alright. Turn these cards on a Tenpai Senpai from the deck. Cool. Let's go ahead and, yeah, activate our Soul of the Supreme King. That's what we do. I'm just gonna bring out Zarc now. What say ye to that, Tenpais? I'm about to nuke your Genroku. What are you gonna do to that? Huh? What are you gonna do to this? I don't think you have anything that can stop this. If you do, I have no idea what it is. So let's bring out Zarc. Bringing out Zarc, you dropping him to the floor. Alright, so Genroku can summon out another Tenpai Senpai. That is true. But any effect it might have is not going to do him much good. Unless there's a Tenpai that likes being destroyed, which I don't think there is. This is just going to wipe out whatever he summons out, and we're going to be all sitting pretty. Because, yeah, this guy's got pretty much nothing. Pretty much, I mean, Dora's cute and all. And Tenpai Senpai used to be scary, but not anymore. There you go. Alrighty. So we were able to... That was just sad. Why are my last two... But the first couple opponents, good today. The second couple opponents, not as good. So I think that's a good indication. It's time to get out of this place. It's, you know, the EDO Pro starting to stink up with all the stinky plays. So let's go ahead for the end screen. Alrighty, everybody. So, Do-Re-Mi-fa-So-La-Ti-Duel. Solfachords went all in, all through. We hit the board, and we destroyed our opponents. We just curb stomped them all. That's what this deck is all about. You summon out your Pendulum monsters, you start beating into your opponent. That's what this deck likes to do. Summoning out Zarc, he's basically like a new member of the fam. We are bonded by blood and water and everything else in between. That's what Zarc is helping us to do. You know, just a little bit of extra things just to screw with my opponent, because that's what, at the end of the day, Solfachords are all about playing their own tune. Changing the name of the game to be their song. Don't need to worry about what my opponent do. It's all about what these little ladies like to do. So, we were able to do what we wanted to do with today's deck, and we had ourselves a good old time with it. Day 50 is now done, folks. And now it's time for the next half of the 100 days of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know? We're 50 days left. You know? It's crazy to think about, but we're halfway done. We're officially halfway done. So, if y'all enjoyed it, don't forget, smack the like button. We get enough like buttons, I'll do a full-on rap about Solfachords, which I don't even know how to rap yet, but this will be the starting basis of that. So, yeah, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, because we're just almost at 900 subscribers. And we're still trying to get to 1,000 by the end of the 100 days. Can we do it? Absolutely. Will it happen? I don't know. YouTube algorithm hates my guts. But you know what? If I have my fam on my side, we can do whatever we want. So here's the deck profile. Take it out and drop you some beats. So for our deck here today, we have 2 copies of the original Solfachord Duel, 1 copy of Yugioh, 3 copies of our Supreme Gate Magician. We have 1 copy of Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, because you need it for Zarc. We have 1 copy of Protecting Spirit Logeth, which is just a nice monster we can summon to the board. We have our 1-0 gate for our 0 scale. 2 copies of Angelia, 2 copies of Gracia, 1 Dark Worm, because you really only need the 1. 2 copies of Vancia, 1 Lightworm, 1 Elita. We have 2 copies of Dreamia, 3 copies of Cutia. We have 1 for 1, because special summoning Cutia is just really nice. We have 3 copies of our Solfachord Elegance for getting out more scales. 3 Dragon Shrine and a Foolish Burial, just to make sure Darkworm hits the graveyard, because that's the best place for the guy. It's like a zombie. He just likes to rise from the grave. 1 copy Columbine to stop Ash Blossoms alike. 2 copies of our Field Spell Harmonia, in case I want to take one of my scales and make it like 9 scale, which is pretty nice. 3 copies of Imperm, 1 copy of Musica to destroy my opponent's stuff, as well as to summon out more Solfachords as well. 1 copy Soul, because you only need to drop the Soul 1 time. And 2 copies of Compulse, because your opponent never sees it coming. As for the X deck, pretty basic stuff. Masquerena and Beyond the Pendulum. IP, this is Little Knight. I always get them mixed up. This is IP, this is SP. We have Grand Solfachord Musica, which we didn't sadly get to see today, but it's another one of our Pendulum Link monsters. We have our Exceed the Pendulum. We have our Grand Solfachord Duel, which is our main Solfachord boss monster. We also have Excesco Talker, just in case we need the big old guy. We have things like Idolize Absolute Dragon. We have Idolize Rebellion Exceeds Dragon. Supreme King Dragon Clearwing, which we can summon off of Zarc. We have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which theoretically we could summon, maybe, but not really. It's mostly just to go for Zarc. We also have the Synchro for Zarc, which is Synchro Universe, which I don't remember if we can summon this thing, but I have it in here for good luck, just in case. We have our Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon for negating things. We have our Starving Venom for the Zarc, and of course we have our boy Zarc. Now, as for the side deck and things of that nature, if you want another Dark Worm to keep things more consistent, go ahead. There's also another Coolie if you find yourself needing it, but 1 is usually better. We have Terraforming, as well as, just for getting the field spell for changing scales. We have things like Solfachord Symphony, which can make your monsters get a little bit stronger and all that stuff you want to really beat into your opponent. And then there's also Do-Re-Mi-Chord Formal, which is your counter trap card, which can, let's see, what does it do? Activate opponent's spell cast. Yeah, it shuffles cards from the next deck into the deck and applies different effects, which can protect your pendulum scales, can protect them from being destroyed, protect your monsters on the board. It's not so much a counter trap to negate things, so much as it is to protect you. It's a weird card, but if you need protection, this can help you out. So that was today's deck, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow is day 51 of 100 Days Yu-Gi-Oh! I need to work on it a little bit more, but we're playing a Parshath deck. I'm just trying to find more Parshath to counter Fairy. Because, counter Fairy works with these things. But, we're going to be trying to put a little more Parshath in it. But yes, thank you for watching, everybody. Till next time, y'all stay safe, happy. And y'all keep on rapping, gamers, because the 100 days ain't over yet.